Never have love again. That's the very thing you're going out of here and having tonight. Okay? And by the way, okay, it starts tonight, not tomorrow morning. When you leave here, okay?
We had the ice cream.
Oh, you had it. Good. 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 I used to call it the last hurrah. The last hurrah, because after all, I might never get to taste it again the rest of my life. But that's right, that's what people think. Okay? You can have everything you love, only not all in the same day. When you come here, we learn about budgeting. And when you come at first, you're on a little tighter budget. After you lose 10% of your weight, your budget expands a bit. And when you get to maintenance, your budget expands a bit more. However, you will never spend hefker again. You understand that? This is not hefker goal. Nobody does whatever they want. Nobody says whatever they want. Nobody, what else don't they do? They don't say whatever they want. They don't do whatever they want, and they don't eat whatever they want. Okay? Everything with limits and borders. We have parameters in our life, especially as Eve we do. But in life, self-management, self-control is a condition of living. And there is no such thing as hefker. So you can eat the chocolate, but you will have to pay for it. I'm not talking money now. Okay? And then you will decide, am I willing to pay this price? Okay? Can this fit into my budget? So you can eat anything, everything fits into a budget. Everything. You might not be able to afford it yet, but you will be able to afford it. Moving right along, because we are seeing what changes we need to make, okay? Weight loss is easier to achieve if it is de-emphasized. De-emphasized. This is not about how much weight you're going to lose by next week. This is about what changes you are going to make, getting healthier, making healthier choices, learning how to prepare, learning about routine, learning about what makes you tick, and giving yourself. This is what this is about. Okay, this is about more energy, lowering blood pressure, lessening your risk of disease. Oh, and by the way, you do lose weight too. But you cannot put a price on good health. My medical insurance is changing as of August 1st. So I figured, I can be very adult and go through all of my tests before my medical insurance is changing. You cannot put a price on a clean bill of health. I'm almost 61. I take no medication, zero. I go out with my friends, everybody's taking pills, okay? Zero medication. Zero bone loss. I just had a bone density test the other day. Zero bone loss, zero. And thank you. And this is not a guarantee. This is not a guarantee. But you know my take on this. You don't have to stand in the middle of the street and wait for the car to come. It's about putting yourself on the sidewalk. And there used to be a woman in one of my classes, and she used to say, and I used to talk about the health part of it, and she used to say, you die anyway. And I would always say, it's not about how you die, it's about how you live. It's about how you live. So you raised your hand before, you told me you believe that how you nurture yourself makes an impact on the quality of your life, okay? And what you eat is primary in that, primary, okay? Failure and desperation lead to dangerous and ineffective methods. Who's ever dieted crazy? Anybody ever tried to diet crazy? Nobody's ever tried to diet crazy? Yeah, okay? And then what happens is we rebound. We rebound, because when you diet crazy, you lose weight and you gain it back, and gain back more weight. So those were the psychological behaviors, and now the behaviors, okay? Don't go on a diet. Weight control is a continuing, ongoing process of value transformation and behavior change. This is not about eating less, and it's not about dieting harder. It's about eating smarter. This is about smart eating. Starvation is not a long-term solution. I remember one young woman said, we were talking about this, and she said, so I'll ignore my hunger, I'll be hungry. You think you can ignore your hunger? Okay. If you're hungry, it's over. It's over, okay? Really, you should never weigh yourself. But certainly not more than once a week. And you know how you do it. You weigh yourself 60 times a day. Okay, get rid of the scale. You get up out of bed, the light comes off, you're on the scale, you go to the bathroom, you get back on the scale, you go out, you're back on the scale, you lunge, you're back on the scale, and you move it from room to room, from town to town, to do what, to see what. We get caught up in the numbers, and I always tell you, if you focus on the weight, you're going to lose the program. If you focus on the program, you're going to lose the weight. The program is a program of self-care, once a week, and it is time to grow up, and believe me, I'm just as much of a scale baby as you are. Okay? You don't want to come after you eat, okay? You don't want to come, you have to come, like, if we were open 6 o'clock in the morning, the line would be out the door. You think I'm kidding? And then what can I take off, and what can I leave on, and what can I love, like I said, I'm as much of a scale baby as you are, okay? Because you want to see the number. But the truth is that it is impossible for your body to stay at one number. And there are so many water body fluctuations and so many reasons for this scale not to show you exactly what you want to see, the way you want to see it. It's like you do a mitzvah. I did my mitzvah, where's my reward? It's coming, not in the same week you did the mitzvah, not in the same day. If you take a cup of water, your scale's going to weigh more. Hormonal, medication, time of day, time of month, and we don't even know. We don't even know. When, your body doesn't know that it's Tuesday night at 5 to 8 and it has to be right. You know what I mean? The body doesn't know that. So we try to get very adult about this, and it is not easy. But don't get so focused on the numbers, okay? Waste helps waste, okay? Throw out the food, for goodness sake. We gain weight from Baltasha. How much? Oh, can't throw it out. Can't throw it out. Ask any Shiloh where it's a bigger layer to throw the food. That garbage or this garbage. You are not a garbage can. You are not a vacuum cleaner. Know your emotional triggers and rehearse how you're going to handle them. Simchas. Anybody have simchas? Emotional simcha triggers? Yeah. So you like the school play. You like this, right? The school play. How many times you studied in the school play? Months and months and months and months, and then when the night of the school play, the curtain goes up, you better know your lines. How are you going to handle the Dini's table? How are you going to handle the in-laws? How are you going to handle the dancing? How are you going to handle the late night? How are you going to handle... Know what the triggers are, because the triggers come around all the time. Who has a problem at night? Anybody? I love to say this. Night comes every night.
My husband likes to mash at night.
What?
My husband likes to mash every night. Doesn't give up his
So what does that mean?
Well, you're on a
What does this exactly have to do with you?
I see it.
You see it. There will be a lot of things that you will see, okay? And you can sit down with them, and you can mash baby carrots, you can mash cherry tomatoes, okay? You can have a nice big bowl of vegetable soup.
But he's having this potato poppers that's baked, not fried, and it's just 15 minutes.
Never. He could have also carrots. You think that's a healthy thing? Potato poppers?
Once my husband decided he's going to do the diet, when he just, I don't know, afterwards he didn't want to look at vegetables for the next 2 years.
If it was a diet, okay? People think, unfortunately, that when someone is thin, they can just eat whatever they want, whenever they want. And then all of a sudden, that person, I'm not talking about your husband, God forbid, but that person has a physical problem. And, well, they weren't overweight, so they didn't take, the hype is, I'm thin, I could eat anything I want. And then all of a sudden, the doctor's shaking his finger and he's talking about high blood pressure, and he's talking about diabetes.
It's not always true. People that lose weight, they think they love to say, no, I eat whatever I want, and the person struggles, like not in front of people, all of a sudden happens. Nobody
Eats whatever they want. And a person who eats whatever they want, they don't want the way I want. You understand that? We have a language, a class language, and one of our languages is NT, and they are natural things. A natural thing does not have the same emotional relationship with food. A natural thing, you ask a natural thing, how do you feel when you're nervous? And they talk about, you know where I feel nervous? Right now. That's where I feel nervous. Do you think I'm kidding? Okay. So my skinny sister-in-law, they're coming back already. They were in my house. They came last week. They were on their way to Israel. They live in Denver. So they came, and now they're coming back Sunday to stay for 4 days. So I look at how she eats, and it's very different from how I eat. Very different. That's how she sits down. And then it's got to be the right temperature. And then it's going to be, and then the state of her stomach decides her fullness. Not what's on the plate, but when she's finished, she's finished. She's finished. She doesn't eat when she's nervous, she doesn't eat when she's upset, she doesn't eat when she's hot, when she's cold, when things don't go her way. That's not like that, you know.